This is episode 203 of the Rise Up Podcast. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve and Tim on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. This podcast is a weekly conversation designed to help you think and laugh and keep your eyes on Jesus. If you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss a single episode. And find out more about our show at familylife.org.
Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. It's Rise Up with Steve and Tim on Family Life.
Hey, here's some news. It's not all about me. But many times we laugh.
Well, we do, right?
Because it sounds so silly.
Yes, but it's so relatable.
Yeah, we feel that way sometimes. It's like, wait a minute. Because the world says it's all about you. Jesus says, follow me.
Yeah, right.
It's a different thing.
Yeah. Well, if anybody has the right to say it's all about me, it would be Jesus, right? We've got God in human flesh. He's on earth, and he could just show up and say, okay, I'm here now. I'm the main point. Now everybody serve me. And what did Jesus say when he was on earth? And this always challenges me. He said that the Son of Man, that's him, that's Jesus, came not to be served, but to serve. And then I just feel like saying everything in me wants to push back against that, because I feel like, no, wait. But if you do that, then that means I've got to serve. And I have no excuse for sitting back and wanting to be served, Lord.
Because you know what? Because we've been trained. The world has been trained by culture that trains to center comfort, preference, personal gain.
Mine.
That's what we're surrounded, that battle every single day. So it's not a surprise that we feel that way, because that's how we're trained.
No, we are, and we're constantly being formed by it too, Steve. Think about like our phones. You don't even have to care a lot about your phone if you use any kind of social media. If you're ever on YouTube, if you've ever made a Google search, it knows what you like, it knows how you think, it knows what you buy, and so it's going to curate everything so that everything you see is about you, what your purchase history, your interests. All of a sudden, the internet looks like a big place where, hey, everybody thinks like I do. Isn't this great? A world like me.
Ooh, thinks like I do. Let's talk about that word we mentioned a lot, is reframing.
Oh, sure.
Let's say, since the world's about me. When we have pain or inconvenience, or we have to wait, and all of a sudden we have all those things, what if we looked at them as tools? Like, some experiences we go through aren't answers, they're assignments. God's preparing us for something else down the road, because, it's not about us. It's about serving someone else. So what about that pain we're going through? If we can look at that as like, okay, I don't like it, but if I'm being trained to help someone else that God's going to put in my path down the road, and I can help them, then I can reframe and look at that painful experience a little bit more positively.
And I think it is always painful when we have to lose something. I think that for me, what's had to be a reframing thing for me is to keep in mind that I have to believe I've always been given more than I can lose. I've always been given more than I can lose. And let's not say that has to do with a bank account or anything like that. Let's just imagine you, like me, are a child of God, and you've been given an identity that you never could have earned in God's eyes. You've been forgiven of a debt you never could have paid because of what Jesus did for you on the cross. So isn't it true? Yes, it is. I've been given more than I can ever lose. What does that do for me? Well, hopefully what it does for me is helps me realize anytime I lose something, because we do lose things in life, and it does hurt, and it hurts, what can I look at and say? I can say, thank you, God, that you gave more than that to make me yours. You hurt more than I'm hurting right now so that I could be healed. Anything I lose, I can't lose as much as my Savior gave up to make me his own.
Okay, so we're talking about pain and losing and all that kind of. Let's take the other side. Let's go, because God blesses us, and let's say blessings. Don't look at blessings, reframing again. Sometimes we look at blessings like, yay, we made it, it's great. Blessings aren't necessarily a finish line. It could be a responsibility that God has given you.
Oh, wow.
Because now you have that blessing, and it's not like, yes, I made it. It's good. It's for me. What if that blessing is actually for someone else?
Yeah, it really, honestly, it could be.
Yeah.
That was, what was her name, Steve? Was it
Linda.
Linda. That was great.
Linda from Lock Haven.
On the Rise Up Morning Show on the radio. You know, it's radio. We like to give things away. That's fun. That's encouraging. It's just an exciting thing to be able to say, hey, here's something that's fun for you.
Yeah.
But Linda, she got tickets to a concert, and she said, actually, you know, I mean, they would have been hers by rights, but she said, no, you know, I want them to be for somebody else. I know somebody who's they've got just thing after thing in their life. These tickets might be a blessing to them, and she wanted to give them away to somebody else.
Right.
Wow, the blessing. I mean, I know we're talking about a little thing like free radio ticket giveaway, but I mean, there's something in that too of saying, what if every blessing doesn't have to be about me?
God does an amazing thing. Have you ever noticed that? I mean, we've all heard people say, oh, I'm so tired. I'm worn out. And follow me here. You're tired and worn out. However, when you get in that mode of giving to someone else or serving someone else, I know it's been the experience with me. When I do that, all of a sudden, maybe even right away or later in the day, it's like I have an extra bounce in my step. Like God has that way of giving you actual physical energy when you have that right mindset. Everything, you know, kind of lines up and you go from being weary to like, this is exciting. I want to do more of this.
Yes, that's cool. I really like that. That's very true. I experienced that where I'll feel like I've got a day where like I think I don't have any energy. Like don't talk to me. I just can't for a conversation right now. But it'll happen, and it happened many times where, you know, I find myself in a conversation anyways. And then afterwards, maybe it was something the other person said to me, or maybe it was something I got to encourage them with. I think, wow, I didn't think I had anything left in me for anybody else. But isn't that just how it works? When you use a little bit, I'm putting quotation marks around that, of your own energy to bless somebody else, you can find, well, yes, it is true that you get more than you give.
And how many times have you said to other people they're going through a tough time, a struggle, and maybe not right away, but after you listen to them and hug them and give them your ear and your listening time, and that they realize, and maybe you tell them at the right time, that it's like, you know, your ministry is expanding because you're going through something that somewhere down the road, you'll be able to relate to someone else that you wouldn't have been able to relate to if you didn't go through what you're going through. You know, you don't want to say that like right away to them, you know, love them, comfort them. But yeah, our ministry does expand when we go through a trial, because now we can share how God brought us through that trial with someone else later on.
It's not about us.
Right.
And it takes us back to the simple truth, the words of Jesus. It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Facing a whole new day is a lot easier when you remember that God is in charge. You're listening to Rise Up on Family Life.
Timing is everything. This is a tough week for people who maybe their New Year's resolution was to like, I'm going to watch what I eat and try to be a little healthier,
This
whatever.
week?
Well,
Why is
it's
this?
National Pizza Week.
Oh, this
all
is the
kinds
first
of
I'm
deals.
hearing of it.
Well, sorry, I just messed up
Me
somebody.
too, Steve.
But here's the thing. I was shocked because you hear of National Pizza Week and there's this thing. Which country eats the most pizza per person? I was floored when I saw the answer to it.
It's us. It's us. We've got this.
Well, let me do
We've
this
got
again.
this.
The country
America.
that eats the most pizza per person.
United States.
When I saw the answer, I was like, no way.
of America. Who is it?
I just said.
But you said no. Wait.
Norway!
Here we go. It's another new day. You're listening to Rise Up with Steve and Tim on Family Life.
Some folks will really get a kick out of it when they get a compliment on their wardrobe choice. Like, oh, well, thanks. This whole thing, that kind of thing. I really get a kick out of it when I get a compliment on my word choice. You will too. I'm telling you basically without fail.
Okay.
I have these 3 words, and just about any time I can think of, I use them. It seems like somebody's going to say, oh, I like that word. I like that word
Let's
a
see
lot.
if it
You want to know
happens.
them?
Here we
All
go.
right, okay. First one, gumption.
Oh, I love gumption.
Who doesn't love gumption, right? It's like this resourcefulness, stick-to-itiveness. It's really good. Serendipity.
Always good.
And that's one, too, it's extra fun. It's like, oh, what does that word mean? Well, serendipity is fun because it kind of like means what it sounds like. It's like something delightful that you weren't even looking for. Serendipity. All right, last one.
Okay.
Shenanigans.
Oh, I love
Without fail.
You know I love shenanigans. Yeah, you know that.
Steve loves the word shenanigans,
Yeah.
and he also loves the silly hijinks that shenanigans are. So if you're using these words today,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to mean it.
Okay.
Do it with gumption.
Oh.
Somebody won't be expecting it, so it'll
Oh.
be so serendipitous. You just keep all the shenanigans up on.
May the blessings of the Lord be with you in all that you do today. This is Rise Up on Family Life.